The relationship between the United States and China is one of the most important in the world. This relationship is not just a bilateral issue but a global one, affecting economies, politics, and security across the globe. The interactions between these two nations have far-reaching consequences that ripple through international markets, diplomatic channels, and even cultural exchanges. These two global powers are deeply interconnected, economically and politically. The United States and China are each other's largest trading partners, with billions of dollars in goods and services exchanged annually. This economic interdependence means that any disruption in their relationship can have significant impacts on global supply chains, financial markets, and economic stability. They are also strategic rivals vying for influence on the world stage. This rivalry is evident in various arenas, from military posturing in the South China Sea to technological competition in areas like artificial intelligence and 5G networks. Both nations are keenly aware of the other's strengths and weaknesses, and this awareness shapes their strategies and policies. At the heart of this complex relationship stands Xi Jinping, the paramount leader of China. Since taking power, Xi has consolidated his control over the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese state, positioning himself as one of the most powerful leaders in modern Chinese history. His leadership style is characterized by a strong emphasis on centralization and a vision of a rejuvenated China. Xi Jinping's vision and actions will profoundly shape the future of China. His policies aim to transform China into a global superpower, with initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative seeking to expand China's influence through infrastructure and investment projects around the world. Domestically, Xi has focused on economic reform, anti-corruption campaigns, and strengthening the role of the Communist Party. They will also resonate globally for years to come. The decisions made by Xi Jinping and his administration will impact international relations, global trade, and geopolitical stability. As China continues to rise, its interactions with other nations, particularly the United States, will be crucial in shaping the future global order. Understanding Xi Jinping, his background, and his ambitions is crucial. Born into a prominent political family, Xi's early life was marked by the Cultural Revolution and his father's political rehabilitation. These experiences have shaped his worldview and his approach to governance. Xi's ambitions for China are rooted in a desire to restore the nation's historical greatness and to secure its place as a leading global power. We need to grasp the trajectory of China's development. Over the past few decades, China has undergone a remarkable transformation, evolving from a largely agrarian society to an industrial and technological powerhouse. This rapid development has brought about significant changes in Chinese society, economy, and its role on the world stage. Understanding this trajectory is essential for comprehending China's current policies and future direction. And we need to understand the implications for the United States and the rest of the world. The U.S. China relationship is a defining feature of contemporary international relations. How these two nations navigate their differences and find common ground will have profound implications for global peace, security, and prosperity. The world is watching closely as this dynamic unfolds. This essay will explore Xi Jinping's rise to power. From his early days as a princeling in the Chinese political landscape to his ascent to the highest echelons of power, Xi's journey is a testament to his political acumen and strategic vision. His rise has been marked by a series of calculated moves to consolidate power and implement his vision for China. It will also examine his domestic and foreign policies. Domestically, Xi has pursued a mix of economic reforms and political tightening, aiming to maintain stability and promote growth. Internationally, his policies reflect a desire to expand China's influence and assert its interests on the global stage. Initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative are central to this strategy, seeking to create a network of economic and strategic partnerships around the world. Finally, it will analyze the challenges he faces and speculate on the future of U.S. China relations under his leadership. Xi Jinping's tenure is marked by significant challenges, including economic headwinds, internal dissent, and international pushback. How he navigates these challenges will determine the future trajectory of China and its relationship with the United States. The stakes are high, and the world is watching closely. Xi Jinping's path to becoming China's top leader is a fascinating study in ambition and resilience. Born into a prominent CCP family, Xi experienced both privilege and adversity in his early years. His father's political purge during the Cultural Revolution forced Xi to endure hardship and separation from his family. This experience shaped Xi's worldview and instilled in him a deep understanding of the party's power dynamics. He rose through the ranks, serving in various provincial leadership positions. He gained a reputation for pragmatism and effectiveness. By the time he assumed the leadership of the CCP in 2012, Xi Jinping was seen as a strong and decisive figure. He was poised to lead China into a new era. Central to Xi Jinping's vision for China is the concept of the Chinese dream. This ambitious goal envisions a rejuvenated China that is prosperous, strong, and respected on the world stage. Xi aims to achieve this by 2049, the centenary of the People's Republic of China. Economic development is a cornerstone of the Chinese dream. Xi has overseen significant reforms aimed at transforming China into a global innovation leader. He has also prioritized technological advancement in areas like artificial intelligence and quantum computing. Xi believes that a strong military is essential for China to secure its interests. He has embarked on a significant military modernization program. This has raised concerns among China's neighbors and the United States. Section 4. Navigating a complex relationship. U.S. China relations under Xi Jinping have been marked by both cooperation and competition. This complex relationship has evolved over the years, influenced by various global and domestic factors. The two nations have engaged in numerous diplomatic efforts to manage their differences and find common ground. The two countries have found common ground on issues like climate change and North Korea. For instance, both nations played pivotal roles in the Paris Climate Agreement, showcasing their ability to collaborate on global challenges. Additionally, their joint efforts in addressing North Korea's nuclear ambitions have been crucial in maintaining regional stability. However, they have clashed over trade, cybersecurity, and China's assertive actions in the South China Sea. Trade tensions have been particularly pronounced, with both countries imposing tariffs and engaging in a tit-for-tat economic battle. Cybersecurity has also been a contentious issue, with accusations of hacking and intellectual property theft further straining relations. The South China Sea remains a flashpoint, with China's territorial claims and military activities causing concern among its neighbors and the international community. The Trump administration's trade war with China further strained relations. The imposition of tariffs on billions of dollars worth of goods led to economic disruptions and heightened tensions. Despite several rounds of negotiations, a comprehensive resolution remained elusive, leaving a legacy of mistrust and economic uncertainty. While the Biden administration has sought to stabilize the relationship, it has also maintained a tough stance on issues like human rights in Taiwan. President Biden has emphasized the importance of human rights, criticizing China's actions in Xinjiang and Hong Kong. The administration has also reaffirmed its commitment to Taiwan, further complicating the bilateral relationship. The U.S. and China are locked in a strategic competition that is likely to define the 21st century. This competition spans various domains, including military, economic, and technological arenas. Both nations are investing heavily in advanced technologies such as artificial intelligence and quantum computing, seeking to gain a strategic edge. Managing this competition effectively will require both sides to find ways to cooperate on shared interests, while also addressing their differences. Diplomatic engagement and participation in international organizations will be crucial in navigating this complex relationship. Strategic dialogues and confidence-building measures can help mitigate risks and foster a more stable and constructive bilateral relationship. Ultimately, the future of U.S.-China relations will depend on the ability of both nations to balance competition with cooperation, ensuring that their rivalry does not escalate into open conflict. Section 5. Projecting Power, Shaping the World. In this section, we delve into how nations, particularly China, are asserting their influence and reshaping global dynamics. Xi Jinping's China is increasingly assertive on the global stage. Under his leadership, China has embarked on a path of strategic expansion, aiming to cement its position as a global superpower. The Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure project spanning Asia, Africa, and Europe, is a prime example of China's growing global influence. This ambitious project involves the development of trade routes and infrastructure, connecting multiple continents and enhancing economic ties. This initiative aims to connect China to the rest of the world through a network of roads, railways, and ports. By investing in infrastructure in various countries, China is not only boosting trade, but also gaining significant political leverage. China is also expanding its military presence beyond its borders. The modernization and expansion of the Chinese military are key components of Xi Jinping's strategy to project power globally. It has established its first overseas military base in Djibouti. This strategic location allows China to secure its interests in the region and enhance its ability to project military power far from its shores. China's growing military capabilities and its assertive actions in the South China Sea have raised concerns among its neighbors and the United States. The South China Sea is a critical maritime route, and China's activities there are seen as a challenge to international norms and regional stability. Xi Jinping is determined to reshape the global order. His vision includes a world where China's influence is paramount, and its interests are safeguarded on the international stage. He wants to create a world that is more favorable to China's interests. Through economic initiatives, military expansion, and diplomatic efforts, Xi Jinping is working to position China as a central player in global affairs, challenging the existing power structures and creating new opportunities for Chinese leadership. Section 6. The Shadow of Authoritarianism. While Xi Jinping has overseen significant economic progress, his rule has also been marked by a tightening grip on power and a crackdown on dissent. Human rights groups have criticized China's treatment of Uyghur Muslims in Xinjiang province. They have also condemned the crackdown on pro-democracy activists in Hong Kong. Xi's government has also increased censorship and surveillance. It has tightened control over the internet and social media. These actions have raised concerns about the future of human rights and freedoms in China. Critics argue that Xi's authoritarian tendencies threaten to undermine China's long-term stability. Section 7. The Future of a Great Power Rivalry. The future of U.S.-China relations under Xi Jinping remains uncertain. Some analysts believe that the two countries are locked in a new Cold War. Others argue that cooperation is still possible in areas of shared interest. The Biden administration has signaled its intention to compete with China, but it has also expressed a willingness to cooperate on issues like climate change. The outcome of this great power rivalry will have profound implications for the world. It will shape the global balance of power.